Testing, testing. Can you guys hear me now? Got the microphone on. Hello. Yeah, my video bitrate is down. So low. But if I increase it, let's try 5,000. Is that working? Hello? Can you guys hear me now? Probably helps if the mic's on, right? Hello? Alright, doesn't look like it's working. Okay, that sounds like it's working. Cool. Alright, so let me bring up the microphone's up. Alright, can you guys hear me now? Let me know. Sounds like it's working on my end, but it's a little laggy. Can't really do anything about that. For some reason, it just streams like that anytime I try uploading. The stream's current bitrate is 5216. It's higher than recommended. Okay, so I put it at 2500, so that should do it. Alright, you guys, so, sorry. Hello? Can you guys hear me now? Whoa. Probably helps if the mic's on, right? What's up, Raul? ¿Cómo está, señor? Okay, I know it's a little bit laggy, you guys, but let me see if I can at least, get my point across here. Okay, so check out the Peterbilt website. Liking what I'm seeing. Trucks look really good. This thing is really late. What is going on with this? Look at this. It just froze on me. So sad. All right. Well, I'm holding, Nathan. I'm holding all 3,000 shares right now, but gotta be honest, it's getting tough. Looks like the stock's taking a beating, and not it's not just the stock, it's the whole market. So that kind of changes everything. Let me see if I can pop this chat out. Go. Ah, there. I can see you guys and respond. All right, so I'm on the Peterbilt website, guys. I'm just looking over and seeing, you know, what the new trucks are going to look like. Yeah, I'm noticing. I really don't know what to do about it. All right, I just turned my camera off. I'm going to see if that works. Maybe it's because it's trying to upload too much data at once. Stream is healthy, 805, and we're at 816, so error. YouTube is not enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, you usually experience buffering. Yeah, I'm very sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure this out, see what's going on here. Come on. I appreciate the help, you guys, because I'm really trying to get this going, because I'd like to go live every now and then. The audio is cutting in and out. Okay, what is going on? I follow the settings here. YouTube says, you know, 2500 bit rate, and that's where it's at. So let's go a little bit under. Let's try 2000. Is that working a little bit better? I'm checking on my phone, see what we're looking at here. I can see you guys. My God, it's so laggy. What the hell? This thing is so far behind too, because I don't even have the cameras on anymore. Still hasn't turned my camera off. You know what? Let's do this. Let's delete it. Remove. Okay, that's gone. Yeah, it's kind of weird seeing myself frozen there on the on my cell phone. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and start discussing a couple things here. I'm hoping it works out. I did turn the camera off, so It's just going to be, you know, my display and me talking over it. So I'm right here now at the Peterbilt website, you guys. I'm just trying to review what the truck's going to possibly look like, and I'm just imagining it, you know, in green. Let's see. Do you think they'll use the Packard MX engine or the Cummins Westport? Ooh, that I don't know. That is up in the air. Let's compare them. I honestly, I like the Cummins. Let's take a look. Look at this truck. You know, it's got all the digital displays. It's all updated. I could see right here, you know, the display. I could see that being the ERX display. That's going to be nice. Just take that thing right out, or even just, you know, update the software. That's going to look really nice. It almost looks like, you know, it looks like a regular truck, not like a semi. Like I think, just looking at this, I feel like I could drive it, you know? New digital dash, new digital display is pure Peterbilt, bold design, state-of-the-art technology, and class-leading functionality. It's a 15-inch display. It's the largest in the industry with easy-to-use features, customizable gauges, and intelligent gauge and monitoring. Anybody know what trucks Amazon use? Did they choose Peterbilt for a certain reason? You know, did they do a study and find out if that's like what fleets like to use? Whoa, look at this. Amazon starts building its own fleet of semi-trucks. When was this? October 12th. Yeah, well, we know they're not like literally building their own trucks. It looks like it's a Peterbilt. Is that, am I seeing that correctly? Nathan, to answer that question, yeah, I'm thinking Cummins. That's what I would like. Amazon is preparing to take a step that many thought would be inevitable, acquiring its own power units. Amazon, which has spent the past 6 years forming a massive shipping and logistics network, already owns or leases thousands of truck trailers, but it relies on contractors to bring their own power units to the shipping relationship. This is changing. The company is poised to double down on its in-house truckload capabilities. Audio is better without video,
I'm
right?
Bixby.
Shut up, Bixby.
You can talk to me anytime, just by using your voice.
Oh my god. I hate the freaking Bixby button. That is the worst thing Android could have ever created. Okay, so Amazon uses Volvo trucks. Medium and heavy-duty truck manufacturer Volvo, a unit of Swedish manufacturer AB Volvo, confirmed October 11th that Amazon is a customer. In addition, Kentworth is reportedly building power units for Amazon. I'm not seeing anything about Peterbilt. But you know what? It doesn't really matter, because once it has the Hyliion system in it and they can see it, I think they're going to make the switch. That would be nice, you know, if we got Amazon as a customer, like, that would send a stop freaking flying. It's got lane keep assist. I can see why they're going with the Peterbilt truck. This is pretty cool. Oh, look at that. Nathan. Packard powertrain. Let's learn more about the engine. So is this just, can you customize this? Can you get a Cummins engine? I just hear more positive things about the Cummins engine. I really haven't heard anything about this engine. This is all going to be like freaking Chinese to me. Got a buddy who's a trucker, and I was trying to get his opinion on Hyliion, but he's always on the road, so he didn't get back to me yet. The Model 579. This is what I'm thinking they're going to go with. It's a freaking nice truck. Imagine that in green. Oh yeah, it's definitely way better. Okay, so page 24 for the engines. Volvo trucks are being used by Wegmans, one of Hyliion's test partners. That's interesting. So if Amazon is using Volvo and Wegmans is using Volvo, why would they go with Peterbilt? I know they're not, relying their whole business on just these two customers. And maybe that'll change, maybe they'll start making deals with Volvo. Wow, this is like absolute garbage, this website, so it's not loading for me. Guess I can't check that out right now. Sorry, Nathan. I'm gonna go with the pack car then. If that's what that's what's standard issued. I mean, freaking looks nice. I should read a little bit. Let's see. It maximizes your miles on the road and your payload capacity in one integrated solution, from the durable PACCAR MX engines to the efficient 12-speed automated transmission and the 40K tandem axle. Every component is engineered to work seamlessly together. This freaking truck is nice. Look at that. Holy crap. That is nice, man. I could see a trucker wanting this truck. Look at that. It's like a freaking little tiny hotel. It's like a mobile home on wheels. Ready to go. Got the bed, got the microwave. I think that's a coffee maker right there. Can't really tell. Got control, heat, cool, right there from the back. I like it. I like it a lot. Really? Yeah, you're teaching me a lot, Nathan. I did not know that. They own Peterbilt and Freightliner? Wow. Damn. How they show this, this image of Peterbilt. Like, come on, show us the nice truck, you guys. Come on, Freightwaves. Freightwaves, sorry. Hyliion picks Peterbilt as test chassis for the Hypertruck ERX, hydrogen fuel cells, and eventual option to hybrids natural gas generator. It's looking like that's where we're going to have to go. Even though the infrastructure's not out yet, everybody's just hyping up hydrogen fuel cells, And Elon Musk called it hydrogen fuel cells. So Elon Musk is not a fan of hydrogen fuel cells at all. And I just think, Wall Street's hyping up hydrogen fuel cells because they really don't like Tesla, I think they missed the boat, so now they wanna prop this up. It says Hyliion Inc. Initially. Alright, so Hyliion Inc. initially will use Peterbilt chassis to test its Hypertruck ERX hybrid electric system. Natural gas is still the preferred fuel for the electric generator, but using hydrogen fuel cells will be an option when the technology and fuel are available. The operating business of Hyliion said in its Q4 earnings report that it met its goal of installing first-generation hybrid systems on 20 trucks last year. That included 7 in the fourth quarter. We are delivering proven, cost-effective, and eco-friendly solutions that we anticipate will electrify and revolutionize the commercial transportation industry, said CEO Thomas Healy in a press release. After initially declaring it was long on natural gas as the fuel to run the electricity-making generator, Hyliion is making this system hydrogen fuel cell compatible. That's what I like about Thomas Healy. He knows he has to future-proof his company, so he's not just going to rely on it being CNG or RNG. He's going to make it for hydrogen fuel cells. And if something else comes along, I'm sure he'll do that too. Losses grow as business expands. I don't know if you guys saw Nikola today dropped like 9%. And I check against Nikola often because that is the SPAC that I believe caused this whole freaking downturn, The whole Nikola situation where they pumped up the stock, and then that short report came out where the trucks were just being pushed downhill. Or not pushed downhill, but, just going with its own propulsion. I think that made people very weary about EV SPACs. Let's see. All right, so Nikola, 1827. So it was down 8.22% today. Looks like it's up 0.94% after hours. And looks like Hyliion picked up a little bit. So we're at 1520. I was really worried about it ending under 15, but with everything else going on, and now I'm looking at the news. I haven't been keeping up with the news. I just moved and I have a baby now, so I haven't really been keeping up. And now that I'm seeing what's going on, I'm kind of worried about next week, you guys. Let's see. Has nothing to do with the company itself. It looks like we're going to, correction territory. Don't count Hyliion stock out. Yeah, Hyliion could regain. See, it's stuff like this. What is this, Investor Place? Your other article that you wrote today, like on the same day, you just said that it couldn't even get to $19 or something like that until right here. They always do this whole thing. They write two stories. Hyliion produces products on target, but it needs to earn revenue. Hyliion stock is worth over 16% more at $19.54. But this is based on making $2 billion by 2024. I don't see that as an unrealistic goal. When people are buying stocks, it's usually more outlook, so they'll look like 5-10 years ahead. So we should be at we should be at $20, honestly. Bare minimum. I can't believe the stock's under where it is right now, under 16. That's crazy. It's just bad timing, Now we're getting hit with freaking interest rates climbing and the bond market, and now they're talking about hyperinflation because everybody's been hoarding the stimulus cash and their unemployment and all their money they've been getting, just hoarding it, and they're afraid. Analysts are afraid that they're going to dump the money in the market all at once. No way. Was Nikola really accused of lying on the last earnings call? I didn't know that. Don't they learn? Trevor Milton, right? He's not even there anymore. That's nuts. Jeez. I know that they're still pumping the stock because, I'm on their YouTube page and I keep up with them. I'm not invested in them whatsoever, but I'm seeing their moves because if they're pushing hydrogen fuel cells and, Hyliion's going to follow, then it's good to know what your enemy's doing, I guess. I don't really see them as competition. Their freaking truck's way too expensive. Let's see. Sorry, I copied your whole message and put it in here. I didn't know they were accused of lying. It's crazy. See if there's anything in here about it. Oh my god, this computer's just running like shit. Yeah, exactly. I'm in the same exact boat. I think they, Hyliion's getting unfair treatment because of Nikola. Stigmatized. It just, it was so soon after Nikola's debacle that Hyliion just, it was initially pumped. We know that. No, it's not a secret. You know, these SPACs get pumped and then they dump. But, you know, it started getting tied in the media. I remember seeing some stories where they were like comparing it to Nikola, and it just started getting hammered. It started going down. And then we had the warrant redemption, and then it went down. You know, before warrant redemption, we were floating around $20. And before, what's his face? Oh my God, Kramer. Before Kramer, we were around $23. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. $30. I'm thinking $30 by the end of the year. You know, that doesn't seem unrealistic, especially if they're pushing out the demo towards the end of the year. Well, they said Q3 going into Q4, so that's where I'm at. I believe it's going to be $30. So check it out. All right, I'm on the website, and I only checked it out mobile. Like now I'm on the desktop version. This is nice. You can check out the different trucks you can get ERX models on. So here's the Peterbilt one. Click. Stupid computer. Yeah, this is a Mac. This Mac is shit. Oh, okay. Look at it. Okay, the Volvo's right here. I'm just seeing this for the first time, so this is awesome. Okay, so they're giving you choices. Do you want the Freightliner? Do you want the Kensworth, Peterbilt, Volvo? I don't know what that last one is. I can't really make out that logo. I'm not familiar with that truck. I want to see the Volvo. What is it up with this time? Here we go. I swear, like, originally when I had DSL internet, like, freaking 10 years ago, it was way faster than this. Now I got, like, Spectrum internet. It's like 60 megabits per second. Slow as shit. Okay. Dude, that looks badass, man. I like that. It's just a Volvo truck, It's got the Hypertruck ERX design. And obviously, whatever the company is, they'll have their decals here, blah, 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 blah. You'll have the green freaking generator down here, or over here. Okay, damn, this is awesome. What's this one? Peterbilt, Kensworth, Freightliner. That's cool. I'm glad they did that. This is nice. I wish I would show you, like, them putting their equipment in it. Alright. So I'm watching this right now, with what's going on in Syria. Threat level raised for U.S. troops in Iraq. American contractors put on high alert. I don't know, where you guys stand politically. I'm not trying to be a political channel here right now. But, this is a little more threatening because I believe like 20 militia members were killed. I know when Trump did it, he killed the leader. Done deal. Or he struck some like freaking infrastructure spots. I'm hoping this doesn't, go up from here. Like, really hoping like this cools down a little bit, take it easy. We don't need no freaking war. War is not good. But look at everything tanking, man. Look at freaking Bitcoin, 47,000. I'm excited about that. I'm hoping this goes down to like 40 grand at least. All right, we're watching for the stimulus plan. I don't know if the House passed it. It was supposed to be today. And you know, if it's CNBC, they would have a freaking red banner right here. Let's see if you click on the homepage. Yeah, I really am. I'm loving their new website. They've updated it a lot. All right, so let's see. So Nasdaq climbed today. You know, it freaking closed at 72 points up, which is, I'll take it. You know, after that freaking dip. But look at the VIX, huh? Shit. S&P down 18 points. Dow is just freaking getting hammered. 469 points. 469. You get it. Yeah, this is the last update. House set to approve Biden's $1.9 trillion, you guys. We're freaking printing money like it's running out of style, man. This is nuts. I'm glad it'll help the economy. It's going to help some people, you know. We'll all get checks. It's going to go right back into Hyliion. But, man, you know, we're going to have to pay for this eventually. Hyperinflation is going to kick our ass. Make sure you got them investments going. Definitely going to hold off, though. You know, if we're going through this correction, I don't know how long it's going to last. I'd definitely like to scoop up some more shares on the sheet. I was so upset I couldn't buy any shares today. Dipped down to like, what, 14.35? What was the low today? What was the low? Let's see. Yeah, 14.35. That's insane. I would have loved that freaking... Oh, my God. Anybody that bought in there, they made money. You could have just literally bought in on the low and just sold it anytime during the day and made money. This proponents of the bill say still fragile households and businesses need more support. Yeah, I agree. They need more support. I don't think we should slam them with the $15 minimum wage, you know? Make Amazon do that, or, you know, I'm not trying to be political or anything, but come on. If businesses are hurting, I don't think the best plan would be to force a minimum wage on them, a minimum wage increase, or at least, you know, roll it out slowly, maybe over the next 3 years. I own RTX too. I don't know. Let's see this real quick here. How's that doing? Raycon Technologies? Oh, I see. Ah. That'll actually be very good for you, wouldn't it? Let's see. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You just got to position yourself correctly, you know? if we go to war, there's definitely money to be made in war, too. Let's see. How's RTX doing anyway? Damn, man. Looks like it hasn't dipped at all. Let's see. Over the week, so the week where technology was getting hammered, Raytheon was only down 0.36. Might have to move some funds into that, man. Seems a lot more stable. So when was the last dip? Look at that. Okay, so it hasn't even recovered back to pre-COVID levels. So before COVID, we were what, at $90 for Raytheon? 84.45. $90. Around $90. Oh, that's good news. Oops, what do you mean? I'm not even typing correctly. There we go. That's good news, man. I like that. All right, so 1.9 trillion. That is a serious plan, and we needed that shit passed like freaking yesterday. This is insane. You know, we're going into March. Monday is March, right? There's only 28 days in February. Yeah, so Monday it's gonna be March already. That's fucking crazy. Come on, pass the bill, man. People waiting for them $1,400 checks. I'm gonna let you pass. I said it was gonna be $2,000, but you know, I'll let you pass on that. $1,400 is fine. Let's see. So the plan contains $400 per week unemployment insurance supplement and an extension of programs expanding jobless benefits to millions more Americans. Wow, you guys pushed that. Expanding jobless benefits to millions more Americans through August 29th. $1,400 direct payments to most Americans and the same sum for dependents. Whoa. Holy crap, is that what's in the bill? So what, a family of four would get $5,600? Holy shit. Damn, you know those landlords right now, they're like, where's my money? Huh? You've had an eviction moratorium now for what? Almost a year? A little over a year? No, they're looking for their money. All right, let's see. $20 billion for a national COVID-19 vaccination program and $50 billion for testing. $350 billion for state, local, and tribal government relief. Payments to families of up to $3,600 per child over a year. Wait a minute. Payments to families of up to $3,600 per year per child over a year. What does that mean? Like $3,600 what, divided by 12 or $3,600 a month? Holy crap. That must be like a tax relief. They're not clarifying what they mean by that. I'm guessing like a $3,600 child tax credit, which is cool. I just had a kid, so. And I had a kid in December. My daughter was born December 13th, so that's cool. Let's see, $170 billion to K through 12 schools and higher education institutions to cover reopening costs and student aid, and an increase in the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour by 2020. Okay, you see that? I'm okay with that. If it's down the line, 2025, that's cool. I'm here thinking they're gonna hit them with the $15 minimum wage now. It's like, oh, come on, hold up, pump the brakes. It's a little too much too soon, you guys. Gotta slow it down a little bit. We're in a recovery right now. The economy is ever so fragile. All right. So while economists tend to agree that additional stimulus would provide workers with a robust safety net as the economy recovers, not to mention accelerated GDP growth, they disagree over the necessity of a bill as large as $1.9 trillion. Well, okay, so you guys were willing to do these bills, under Trump, these big stimulus bills, and now you're not going to do it under Biden. I mean, come on, just pass the freaking bill at this point. This is ridiculous. People are waiting. Those in favor of the spending argue that the U.S. economy is still in a precarious place with millions of Amerians still out of work thanks to pandemic-era layoffs and forced government closures. I know a lot of people that are still laid off. Okay? Maybe in some parts of the country and in the cities, people are doing fine, but I know people that are still laid off. A lot of my friends, are chefs. They work in the restaurant industry, and I'm in Massachusetts. On Monday, they're just going to start opening up. I think it's to 50% capacity for restaurants. But, I have friends that still can't get jobs in the restaurant industry because a lot of the restaurants closed, and they're just not going to open up again. So, what are they going to do now? Now they have to compete with other chefs. All right, so we got to watch this, you guys. This is very, very important. If this bill doesn't pass the Senate, then the market could be in trouble and we could see further dips. What else do we got here? I ain't going to support your journalism. You guys suck. Let's see. Rising interest rates may continue to test the stock market in the week ahead. I always love reading stories like this, especially when they print them on Sunday. I say they print. Look at me. I sound like a boomer. A story like this is going to come out Sunday. before we go into Monday, they'll write some kind of negative article, and then like 1 hour before the market opens, they'll write like some hit piece, and all the Mockingbird media will all run the same freaking story. All right, so rising interest rates. All right, and we already know. Silver's dipping. Silver and gold are both down. Oh man, just everything got hammered, you know. So this has nothing to do with Hyliion. Looking at the Nasdaq, you see, look at, like, this is a lot of growth right here. I wouldn't be surprised if we trace back down just a little bit more, maybe to like, oof, also like 12. You know, right before November 27th, probably be like right there, which is like another 10%. Oh my gosh, no, that's way too much. Probably like another 6%. It's possible. All right. Let's get back here on Hyliion. You know, one thing I don't like on the investor page, they got rid of the original investor report. That's not cool. If you lose nothing, if you hold. Yeah, you're right. I'm holding, man. I've been holding for what? September, October, November, December. Just holding for like 6 months, man. I am not selling. I have no intention of selling. Stock information, stock analysis coverage. This is new. This wasn't on here before. Wow, they put okay, and put Mark Delaney on their website. That's crazy. Analysis. You know. So are these the people that are assigned to covering Hyliion? Is that what it is? So Mark Delaney's like the guy that's going to cover Hyliion? Come on. Did you see his stupid face when he was interviewing Thomas Healy? He's like, what am I doing here? This is kind of awkward. This is an awkward moment right now. Huh. Check this guy's profile. All right, so he gave a rating for Tesla, saying the price target is $835 just last month. Hold. Some people to buy it here. Put a buy target at, what was that, $835. Telling people to buy ones at the high. All right. Did he keep it at sell? He kept it at sell rating? So it was at 1716 when he gave it a sell rating. And it still hasn't touched 12, so that's good. He's giving it 3 ratings. See, look at this, like, hold. So in October when it was 28.27, he's telling people to hold. hold. And when it's beaten down to shit, like it's literally on its, right here, it's on 1716. Sell. It's time to sell it, you guys. It's going to 12. This guy's a clown, man. He's a freaking clown. Hold. Oh my gosh. It wasn't You know, its outlook wasn't a concern here. Its outlook wasn't a concern here in January. Telling people like literally a month before, he's telling people to hold it. Not even a month before. Look at that. It's like literally 3 weeks later. Sell it. I changed my mind. It's no longer worth what I said it was. Just get rid of it. Success rate on this stock, 100%. Success rate of what? What is he successful on? Telling people to hold? That's not. You can't be successful on that. Hold the stock. Oh, that gets me an A. Yeah. Okay, this is telling you last year I bought Ford, right? Look at it. Oh my God, I got my ass kicked on Ford. Ford kicked my ass. It was just like bad news after bad news. They're like, we got to shut down our plants because of coronavirus. Now that we shut down our plants, we really can't pay that dividend anymore either. It's like, oh, great. And then, like, I've never heard of these companies, so I don't care. Yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy? That's freaking nuts. No, don't buy that. We're totally against Tesla. They're going to fail as a car company. And then, boom. Now it's up, what, 2,000%. Yeah, now it's the time to buy, you guys. Buy it now. Buy it at $8.35. They're a clown. 68% success rate. But they're counting holds as success. So that's. Look at this. The stock ratings: 46% hold, 40% buy, 12% sell. So we're one of the lucky ones, you guys. We made his sell list. Clown. And even with the battery technology and everything, he hasn't updated it. Goldman Sachs hasn't updated it at all. Alright, so who else do they have reporting on us? See, I didn't know this. I've never seen this link before. This isn't on the mobile version. So Brian Johnson. Oh my God, is Brian Johnson the freaking Tesla bear? Why does that name sound familiar to me? Check it in here. I gotta check Nicola's earnings call too. What they're lying about. What the hell? I don't think this is the Brian Johnson I'm trying to look up. That name just sounds so familiar. This one right here? No. Guess that's not him. See if he says anything about Hyliion. Nope. Oh, come on. Oh. So this guy, we got the Bears covering us. Oh my God. All right, so Brian Johnson puts it in overweight. December 20? When was this? December 16th? What was the price December 16th? My gosh, it was at 1651. Close these up real quick here. And he brought it down to 1577. Barclay analyst Brian Johnson initiated coverage of Hyliion Holdings with an overrate rating and a $20 price target. Okay, so you know. Marked it overweight and then gave it a $20 price target? Huh. Given the limits around electrifying long-haul trucking. The limits around? What the hell are you talking about, dude? Do you even know what this company does? Hyliion bypasses the current powertrain truck options and introduces realistic solution. Oh, I'm reading what's not there. I'm like totally confusing this. Hyliion bypassed the current powertrain truck options to introduce a realistic emissions reducing solution that bridges the adoption gap between diesel and fuel cell. Johnson tells investors in a research shot forecast healthy growth. Huh, I was seeing that as a negative. I'm like reading between the lines here. Okay, so this is good. So he has a $20 price target. I swear, like they're all in lockstep. Like December 16th, he gives it a $20 rating. And then when did Kramer give it a $20 rating? October 15th. What's this? Remember finally? Yeah, I don't know about that, man. Didn't really got exposure all right, but kind of cooled everybody's jets and told them to wait for it. Wait for it. Let it come to you. Yeah, I know. I don't know where my head's at. I'm like looking at overweight. I'm like, overweight? Like what? Overpriced? Yeah, overweight means body. Duh. I'm an idiot. Alright, so. Just so mad about Mark Delaney. It bothers me a lot. That's why I covered him in my last video. Paul Coaster, I never even heard of this guy. Let's see what he says about Hyliion. At the end of the year 2023? Well, let's see. They're going to roll out the demo of the ARX third quarter. Commercialization is going to go on from starting in, well, it started already. So it's going to be through quarter 2 and quarter 3. They already have 1,200 pre-orders of the ERX. That's between Agility and American Natural Gas. So they need 1,300 more orders throughout 2022. If everything goes well and they get those orders, I'm thinking by 2023, like 80, depends really when you're talking 2023, like Q1. If it's the beginning of the year, I'm thinking like 75, 80. That's conservative too. Like if they hit their numbers, I think by 2023 they're going to be at like 2 billion, aren't they? Oh, I don't even think they have that anymore on their. Hold on a second. Do I have those pictures here? Presentation. All right, let's pull up their timeline. I don't want to just, go blindly here. All right. So 2022 is just volume production. They're just focusing on pushing out the ARXs. Commercialization launch activities is going to go into Q2 of 2022. That's a big step right there. The fleet demo rollout. So Q3 is the fleet demo rollout to Q4. When did they say that they're going to push those sales by? Do I have that screenshot? Okay. So 2023, they're looking at selling 8,000 hybrid units and 8,500 85. Wow, it's way more than I thought. All right, so 2,500. They're already halfway to that goal. $21 million is their gross profit. I'm thinking 75, 80 bucks. I really was hoping that that would be the price target by 2022. But I'm thinking now $30 by the end of this year. 2022, I think it's going to be like 50, 60. It should double. And then 2023, $80, and then 2024, 100, 150 bucks. But they can crush it, they can crush it in 2022. You know, if the truck's a hit, if the truck's a hit and they like it, my gosh, who knows? What do you think the price is going to be at? This is very important right here. They have to keep that, like, nothing can stop them from doing this. You know, any little stupid thing, you know, if we have a second freaking rising of coronavirus or, you know, anything like that that shuts them down and puts a hole in their plan, it's going to freaking slow everything down. It's going to really affect the price. But I can conservatively see December this year, $30. Look at that, 2024, 19,000 Hypertruck ERXs. Look at their revenue. All right, their revenue, they're estimating it at $2,091,000,000. That's its market cap right now. You know, the market cap, if you look it up right now, it's about 2.5 billion. And I think he's being really conservative. Like, I just have this feeling like he's really underselling this. Look, it only reflects 2.2% of the $94 billion annual market. I think he's going to capture a lot more than 2%, or 2.2%, sorry. Yeah, so Hyliion's market cap, according to Robinhood, I don't know how reliable that is because they're pretty slow on updating, it's 2.64 billion. Yeah, see, so we're basically on the same page. That's what I'm thinking. Thinking 30, maybe 35. You know, I was people were telling me that it's going to go back up to 58.60, just because that's the price it hit pre-merger. And I'm like, I don't see that happening. You know, that just because it hit that price, it doesn't mean it's going to go back up to that price just because. You know, these things have to be followed. And if he hits all these goals, I could definitely see it hitting 30, 40 bucks by the end of the year. It'd be awesome if it hits by summer. Shit, you know? Let's say, we're keeping it conservative right now, but let's say he hires a marketing team, you know? He hires a social media director, and now he has social media marketing, and he has, you know, just people marketing the company in general, not just on social media, but, you know, to truck drivers and whatnot. Then I can start seeing the stock start moving and gaining some traction because, you know, it'll be talked about more, and just the hype will bring the price up. But right now, you know, it's not getting the attention it deserves. So the price cap up 30%, just the battery. Yeah, I totally agree with you, man. It was nice though, right? It was really nice when the FOMO kicked in and people started. When I saw that price action and it was going up into the 20s, I was like, oh shit! Oh man, I had sold covered calls for April, and they were like what, 22.50. Some of my covered calls were for 22.50, and some of them for 25. And when I saw it hitting 20 and going towards 21, and I saw the thousands of dollars that contract was worth, I was like, oh shit! Oh my god! I gotta pull these back. Oh, this is bad. That was when I started asking for Hyliion just to calm its jets a little bit, you know. And I think they heard me, but I didn't want them to go down this much. No, I was blessed a little bit. I was able to grab my covered calls back and still make a little bit of money on them, but you know, it'll be nice if it starts going the other way now, you guys. Come on. Let's get that price up, you know. It'll be nice to set at least 20 bucks right now. Paul Coaster, this is the guy I want to check up real quick. Update, JP Morgan starts high at neutral. Dang, that was the first right off the bat. He's like, I don't know. I'm going to see how I feel about him a little bit. So we got, damn, so this is the three people right now, really? We got Paul as the neutral. We got Mark Clown Delaney as sell. And we got one guy for the buy. This guy's going to be my new best friend. What's his name? Brian Johnson. I knew I always liked you, Brian. Let's see. Oh, but wait a minute. This guy has a price target of 27. It should be at least $20. It should at least be at $20. I know, the market's getting hammered and everything, but it's already been hammered. Hyliion's already been beaten to shit. And testing 1435 today was no joke. I'm like, come on. This is so freaking oversold. It's ridiculous. It's like over the top overreaction. Analyst comments we rate Hyliion neutral based on valuation. The stock of this pre-revenue company trades at high multiple of out-year sales and earnings that don't get expressed in the business model until 2023. So what? So what? How long was it before Tesla was making money? It was years. It's supposed to be forward-looking. A lot of stocks, they get priced 5 to 10 years out. And this one's like, oh, well, I'm not going to start making money until 2023, 2024. It's like, yeah, but the way Thomas is handling it and the way, I like the guy's business plan, He's straight up, he's not selling you a pipe dream. He's like, this is the plan. Here it is. This is our timeline. This is how long it's going to take. We have $600 million, so we're going to do it. Ooh. Yeah, all EV stocks going to play the price sales just based on future news. Pro forma valuation of $5 billion at $10, so should be around 2.2, 2.5. Okay, good. Yeah, because Robinhood, like, my God, it's hit or miss sometimes with their updates. Sometimes they won't even. It was still shell for like how long on the freaking Robinhood app? Still, I think it still has it down as just 4 employees. Is that accurate? I know it's not 4 employees. There's way more than 4 employees working at Hyliion. Alright. So this is good, His rating's 27. We got Johnson at 20 and Clown Delaney at 12. So what's the average on that? Let's take the average of those three, huh? 27, 12, and 20. Even the average is... Oh, come on. Is that what Investors Place is getting their average price from? Oh, man, did I just figure out Investors Place average? Yeah. 1954, that's where they're estimating it at. And that doesn't seem crazy to me, $20 seems pretty damn good. I think Kramer was right on the money when he said that. 8 years. Oh, it's 8 years look out. So they look forward 8 years. I mean, I'm thinking 8 years, if everything's going well, company's gonna be worth about $6 to $8 billion. It's gonna be right about Nikola's market cap today, which is crazy, Alright, so there was one more story that Investor Place did. Then I gotta take off. Then I have to put my little one to bed. Stop yet. See, they write the story how it's like 1954, and then this story. Don't count Hyliion stock out yet. Hyliion could regain $50 plus. Ooh. When? Let's see when. Yeah, I agree. Let's go Hyliion, man. This stock is so freaking undervalued. It's a sleeping giant. It really is. All right, Luke, tell me something. Let's see. I want to know about you, Luke. I don't care about you. I want to know about the freaking stock. Huh, I guess you won't watch it. You guys hear it? Let me know if you can hear it. Whoa.
Quick Picks, where we communicate to you some of the market's best investment ideas in just 10 minutes.
Whoa.
America's #1 stock picker, Luke Lego's Investor Plate.
Man, this guy has a big ego, huh?
Today, we're going to talk about an electric trucking company that used to be red hot, has since gone ice cold, but which could get red hot again very soon. The name? Hyliion. Ticker HYLN. Now, Hyliion was a Wall Street darling in mid-2020. Investors were wowed by the company's breakthrough renewable natural gas technology and its potential to address the shortcomings of electric and hydrogen tech in long-haul trucking. From June to September 2020, Hyliion Stock soared from $10 to $55. Then the hype faded. Over the past 5 months, Hyliion Stock has crashed and burned back to $15. Now, why, you might ask? Well, mostly because there has been a notable lack of announcements from the company. At the same time, that there have been a whole plethora of announcements about how much plug-in battery and hydrogen technology has advanced over that time. This combination,
I gotta agree with him on that. Oh, look who's here, huh? 18-wheeler investing. This is the guy that was, you probably already saw his video, he was the first truck driver that came out and said how Hyliion was the only player in the game. But this guy makes a lot of, he's making points already right off the bat. That is one thing, I like it that Thomas doesn't pump the stock, but at the same time I don't. Because, we need to at the very least, we don't want the stock going down like this. Let's stay at a neutral price. I'll be happy. I'll sell a couple covered calls against it, and it'll stay pretty predictable. But this whole, it gets beat up, and it doesn't say anything. That's pretty damning, man. It hurts. I know that's going to change though when he gets his marketing team. So let's continue watching this video.
Has caused investors to second think RNG's place in the clean energy future, and whether Hyliion will be a big player in electrifying trucking fleets or not. But, there's the big but. Hyliion just announced a next-generation battery module, which broadly implies that its renewable natural gas technology is making progress. And further, it implies that Hyliion's electric powertrains have significant advantages over legacy EV powertrains. This big announcement is exactly what Hyliion's sleepy stock needs to wake up and rebound back to $50 plus highs.
I don't know. I kind of like what this guy's saying. The $50 high. When, Luke? Become my friend. I'm going to have to friend this guy. That's awesome. Appreciate the consistent Hyliion updates. As you said in your previous videos, there is not anywhere near enough coverage of this company. Seriously, there really isn't. And, that's when I started covering Hyliion, that's the reason why I did it, because I was looking for Hyliion content, and everything was from 3-4 months ago, right before the merge, when it was originally shot. I said, I'm going to start covering it, because I just feel like this company needs to be represented a little bit more. And one guy I was following, I don't want to say his name, you guys probably already know if you've been looking for Hyliion content, but he had a channel where he was very, very bullish on Hyliion. Very bullish on Hyliion. And he was saying things like, if this company goes into the single digits, I'm still going to buy this company because it's just going through a downtrend right now. And, it's the best company out there to revolutionize the truck industry. And then all of a sudden, Mark Delaney comes out with a $12 price tag, and this guy does a complete 360. All of a sudden, oh, guys, no, this isn't good. I've been around in investing, and that $12 price target, this company is gonna get creamed down. It's gonna go to the ground. I'm like, dude, what happened? Like, all of a sudden became like a huge bear because one analyst comes out and gives it a $12 price target. You know, what's that? So he had like 5,000 people invested. Not 5,000 people invested. He had 5,000 subscribers on his channel, and like every time he would come out with a bear Hyliion video, like thumbs downs this guy was getting. He was just getting hammered thumbs down. He decided to change his channel name and delete the videos. I'm like, dude, come on, man, really? One bad story about Hyliion? I think the guy was just butthurt, honestly, because he was talking about that he was reaching out to Thomas Healy and the Hyliion team, and they weren't getting back at him. I'm like, dude, who are you? Who are you, man? You're a guy on YouTube, you know? Are you really that upset that they didn't get back to you? I'm sorry, but it doesn't work that way, man. Look, we are not late to the party. That's what matters, right? We can wait. Man, if anything, I think we're early, bro. I think we're early to the party. We're getting there, and we're setting up streamers, and you know, people are outside the door waiting to get in. Let's see. Tesla was range bound in 200, 350 pre-split before popping off for 1,000% in 1 year pending execution. This thing will do something similar. My money is on Healy. Yeah, seriously, my money's on Healy. That's honestly, that's why I'm in the company so much. It's because I like Thomas. I honestly, you know, I respect the guy. You know, he's not pumping up the stock, and at the same time, he's been dedicated and stuck to what he's been wanting to do for what, 5 years, 6 years now. That's some dedication, man. And that's what you got to look for. You know, if you're looking into a CEO like William Lee, like I said in my earlier video, William Lee loved Neo so much that when it was tanking and everybody was writing hit pieces from Investor Place to like freaking Wall Street Journal, all were bashing on Neo. William Lee was like, okay, well, I can't get money right now because nobody wants to invest in my electric car company. He took out money from his own pocket and floated the company. Like, that takes some balls, man. That takes some balls. He bet the whole farm on it. And I was like, damn, that's a good company. But, you know, foolish me, I still sold when I doubled. I can't complain, I doubled my money, but still, I look at it today. And, you know, I feel like the same thing's going to happen with Hyliion. My problem is, every time I bought a company, I've gotten really excited and cared about the company, it goes up a little bit, I sell, and then a couple months later, it rips. And I end up missing all this freaking gains, you know. I would have had like $180,000 of order on to Neo. All right? Like, that's serious, man. You know, I had Cardano coins. I don't know if you guys invest in altcoins at all. You know, I had 656 Cardano coins at 80 cents, right? I couldn't stand it for 5 days watching it just, you know, dip. 5 days later, boom, doubled. It freaking doubled, and I missed that. Yeah, no, I totally agree. That's exactly what Goldman Sachs does. Let me go ahead, write a hit piece. First, let me buy some puts. Let me write a hit piece, manipulate the stock, drop the price, sell my puts, buy some option contracts or buy some shares, and then have the other people write some puff pieces, and then freaking skyrocket and make a profit. You guys saw that freaking Goldman Sachs bought like 7,000 shares, what, 5 days later? 5 or 6 days later? Come on. Clear manipulation, but is the SEC going to do anything? No. The SEC is too busy going after Wall Street bets and the Reddit page. Come on. All right, let's see what else this guy has to say, because so far, I like what he's saying, but I want to know why he's saying it.
Here's the deal. Look, first, let's understand the core bull thesis on Hyliion Stock. It all starts with talking about the shortcomings of plug-in battery and hydrogen technology and long-haul transportation. Battery electric trucks have range, cost, and infrastructure problems. They can only travel a few hundred miles on one charge. They run at about $7 per diesel gallon equivalent versus $3 per gallon for diesel trucks. And there are less than 10 Class 6 through 8 electric truck recharging stations across North America.
Damn.
Hydrogen trucks, meanwhile, they do better on the range part. Because hydrogen is super light, hydrogen fuel cells can be super dense, and therefore hydrogen trucks can drive much farther on a single charge. But hydrogen trucks still have the cost and infrastructure problems. There are also less than 10 Class 6 through 8 hydrogen truck refueling stations across North America, and hydrogen costs about $12 per diesel gallon.
Damn.
Thus, while the trucking industry needs to go green, and it really does need to go green, traditional renewable energy sources are not ready to viably decarbonize the industry just yet. Fortunately, there is another, entirely overlooked and ostensibly counterintuitive renewable energy source which is ready to immediately and cost-effectively decarbonize the trucking industry.
Boom.
And it's the one that differentiates Hyliion from other players in the space. When it comes to Hyliion's bull case, it's all about RNG. RNG, renewable natural gas, is just natural gas, except it's sourced from animal, industrial, and food waste, as opposed to being sourced from fossil fuels. Sure, that does mean RNG still emits CO2 during the natural gas combustion process, which is not good for the environment, but it also means that RNG captures and uses methane in traditionally methane-rich waste, and therefore prevents that methane from being emitted, which is really good for the environment. Now here's the kicker. Methane is considered much, much worse in terms of global climate change than CO2, mostly because methane is much, much, much better at absorbing heat. Therefore, as a process that boosts CO2 emissions, yet simultaneously reduces methane emissions, renewable natural gas is considered net carbon negative and ultimately a big win for the environment. Now, the cool thing about RNG is that it solves plug-in battery and hydrogen technology shortcomings in long-haul trucking. So let's talk about the big first shortcoming, range. A typical RNG truck will give you the same mileage as a diesel truck, whereas hydrogen and electric, not so much. What about infrastructure? Well, wind, hydrogen, and solar, they all need new infrastructure. But RNG, it's a plug-and-play solution with existing natural gas infrastructure and therefore doesn't require huge capital spending to work at scale. After all, there are 729 Class 6 through 8 natural gas refueling stations across North America today. RNG can be pumped through all of those stations. What about cost? Well, as we talked about earlier, current prices for plug-in electricity and hydrogen are well above the equivalent in diesel. But current RNG prices hover around $1 per diesel gallon equivalent, which not only makes them way cheaper than hydrogen and plug-in batteries, but also cheaper than regular diesel. So, in short, RNG is a clean energy source that has best range, the lowest cost, and an already established infrastructure. And that means RNG is the only immediately usable technology to decarbonize trucking fleets. That's why Deloitte projects that by 2026, about 80% of all alternative drive systems in heavy-duty trucks will be based on natural gas. Now, why does all this matter for Hyliion? Well, Hyliion is positioned with the best-in-breed RNG truck powertrain platform, dubbed the Hypertruck ERX, that is due to start deliveries in 2021-22. This platform will materially disrupt the trucking industry. And over the next decade, you could see a lot of UPS, DHL, FedEx, Coca-Cola, Walmart, so on and so forth trucks being built on the Hypertruck ERX powertrain. I mean, just look at the numbers here. Hyliion consistently outperforms rivals Nikola and Tesla when it comes to specs for long-haul trucking.
Yep.
The Hypertruck ERX sports driving range of 1,300 miles, which is 70% more than Nikola's hydrogen truck, which is around 750 miles, and about 160% more than Tesla's semi-truck, which clocks in at around 500 miles. The Hypertruck ERX also has a payload capacity of 53,000 pounds, which is 10% more than Nikola, which is around 48,000 pounds, and roughly 20% more than Tesla, which clocks in at 43,000 pounds. The Hypertruck ERX also has a full recharge time of just 10 minutes, which is the same as Nikola's hydrogen truck and 1/3 that of Tesla's semi-truck. Now, the 0 to 60 time on the Hypertruck ERX also superior. It's at 20 seconds, which is basically on par with Tesla's semi-truck and 10 seconds shorter than Nikola's hydrogen truck.
Damn.
So, in other words, across the board, across all specs that matter, driving range, recharge time, Hyliion's Hypertruck ERX is the best clean energy long-haul truck technology platform in the market today. Meaning it is ready to lead the clean energy disruption of the Class 8 trucking market. Now, admittedly, for a while, Wall Street forgot about Hyliion's potential
Seriously.
amid a noticeable absence of updates from the company. But Hyliion stock, if you notice, go look at the stock chart right now, is starting to perk up again. And that's because management just did deliver a critical business update. And this critical business update could get this stock back into supercharged winning mode. This past week, Hyliion unveiled its next generation battery module that has long battery life, higher recharging rates, and improved safety. Specifically, this improved battery module is capable of up to 5x as much cycle life as a conventional EV battery. Can be recharged in under 8 minutes and allows for more than a 40% improvement in cooling compared to previous systems, which of course allows for higher charge and longer sustained power output. Net, it's a powerful solution that could be the key to waking up investor interest in Hyliion stock. Before this announcement, Hyliion had been pretty quiet for months about any technological improvements or advancements. This silence dated back to the company's third quarter earnings report back in early October, and not surprisingly, amid this silence, Hyliion stock weak. But this new next-gen battery module is a big catalyst. And it could be exactly what Hyliion stock needs to wake up from its slumber and get back on a winning trajectory. Now, of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't end this piece by talking about Hyliion's huge long-term potential. That potential is truly huge, because globally, there are about 1.7 million heavy-duty commercial vehicles sold every year. Now, this market will get electrified. And by 2030, probably more than 30%, maybe closer to 50% of all HCVs sold will be built on alternative drive systems. But let's call it 30% to be conservative. That implies about 500,000 plus alternative drive heavy-duty commercial vehicles sold in 2030. Of course, there'll be a lot of competition vying for those 500,000 deliveries. Tesla will win some, Nikola will win some other companies will win some, XL. There's a lot of companies out there. But Hyliion, with its immediately usable and exceptionally cost-effective RNG powertrains, should be able to win a decent share of that 500,000 vehicle pie. Let's call it 20%. Seems pretty conservative. That implies around 100,000 units sold for Hyliion in 2030. The company's internal financials are implying an average annual revenue powertrain of over $60,000, while EBITDA margins at scale should rise toward 35%. If you plug in all these assumptions into a model, then Hyliion has a clear pathway to over $2 billion in EBITDA by 2030. High-quality truck component suppliers normally fetch a 15x EBITDA multiple in this market. Now, you put that 15x multiple on $2 billion in EBITDA, and you're talking about a potential future enterprise value here of over $30 billion. The market cap today, $3 billion. So this truly is, Hyliion Stock truly is a stock which could rise 10x over the next decade. Well, that's all we have for this edition of Investor Place Quick Hits. I hope you liked what you saw. If you did, please subscribe to the notification bell.
Yeah, it looks like they cut off before I ended the video, you guys. I was saying that I think he's saying that the price target's going to hit like 10 times by in a decade. It's going to 10x in a decade. In my opinion, I think it'll be sooner. You know, I'm thinking like 2024. If it hits its price target. You guys have a good night, and I appreciate you guys tuning into my first live stream. I'm going to try to do one of these a week, all right? Can't really make any promises, but if I do, I'll schedule it ahead of time so everybody knows, and I'll gather some things together. It was a little rough at the beginning of this video because I couldn't get the streaming software to cooperate with me, but I'll be updating everything here, you guys, all right? Take care, you guys. You guys have a good night. Oh, I appreciate it very much, man. Just trying to cover this stock because I really do believe this company is going to be the future, you guys. And I did say I was going to cover other stocks that I like, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but I think I only covered one thing of Tilray, and it was its earnings call. So right now it's Hyliion. Hyliion is number one. I think I'm just going to stick with Hyliion. All right, you guys. I appreciate everything. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate you guys subscribing. Let's stay strong, and hopefully the next week is better. All right? Take care, you guys.